So I'm here this morning because I'm on the Justice Tour, and I'm reminded by being at this historic church on this historic day of the first time I walked into the headquarters of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People in Baltimore, Maryland. One of the things that struck me then and strikes me now is this. When you walk those corridors, when you walk those hallways, you can't help but be stilled and stunned by the images you see on the walls. When you walk those hallways and those offices, you can't help but be stilled and stunned by the images on the walls. Images of Mary McLeod Bethune, robed in her understated but stately beauty. You can't help but notice the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, robed in a ministerial bearing and presence. You can't help but be stunned and stilled by the leonine presence and prophetic gaze of William Edward Burgett Du Bois. You can't help but notice the shy reserve and beauty of Mrs. Rosa Louise Parks. We as a nation are emotionally transfixed and visually mesmerized by the images around us. So much so that many of us try to photographically picture our lives by the cell phones that we carry. We take these self-portraits with our cell phones, selfies, if you will. And I'm asking the question this morning, my moral curiosity is posing the question this morning, what would happen if you took a selfie of social justice? What would happen if you took a selfie of social justice of the nation, of the NAACP, indeed of this Grant Chapel African Methodist Episcopal Church? What would happen if you took a selfie of social justice in New Mexico? If you took a selfie of social justice with a cell phone of conscience, you would have to conclude that not all is right in this country and that the NAACP is desperately and profoundly needed.
There are moments when the Lord leads us to travel down a road we would not choose for ourselves. We don't understand. We do everything we can to fight it. We do everything not to go, but we find ourselves at times going down a road that we really didn't pick. But we're led by the unction of the Holy Spirit. And that can be a fearful thing. The only thing that we know is that it is a place that God has led us. How many of us would go to an isolated place?